It's CK carry, I'm almost certain. I guess it could be CK off.
Oh man, and this is a really good Earth.
I don't think they know either. They're not picking.
And already we see GAIMIN, they're, to me, experimenting a little bit, at least. Like, this Invoker is not a hero we've seen them play a lot. It's a hero that might come more into the meta, but has been a mixed hero for them over the years. See if Quinn can make something work for it, as Snaking is going to give away first blood here in the wrong place at the wrong time, and hey, give it to the Invoker. Arcane Boot's already done. The Monkey can start to look mid between that levels 3 to 5, especially if you can chip the mid Tiny down with the range versus melee matchup. And you do not want to be giving up extra kills here if you are Snaking. This is a lot of bonus XP. They can finish him off.
Yeah, they just need a little bit more damage. They're not quite going to be able to get it. Tofu is able to jump away to the trees before he's tagged. That's just, you know, a little bit of cheese in the laning phase. As that'll be the real test here, as they're going to go in on Tofu, see if they can get this early kill. Not first blood, of course, because GAIMIN Gladiators already set up for that early on. But they do manage to get not just the kill, but also some good damage onto the Venom.
Which can be on you. Yeah. There's a lot that GAIMIN can throw into that front line to disrupt what Falcons want to do here.
Speaking of that Earthshaker, they're going to go on him now with the extra Golem stuns.
You're not guaranteed to close out the map anymore. So I feel like if you take a position ahead, it's harder to benefit from it, which I think is what's hurt GAIMIN the most. So they are getting a lot out of this early game. And
gotta do that for him always. And then from there, they're able to move into Duracio's lane. I feel like this is just classic GAIMIN Gladiators. Now Quinn's gonna try and get active, going into the ace lane to set up a kill on Snaking. He gets his mana burned down, so he can't even delay the death by 2 seconds with a self-disruption. He'll just die flat out.
Support.
Wrap around
to make sure you
behind.
find levels.
Celery tried to leave him alone in the top lane. The Chen just kind of...
There's a Shaker.
He's going to creep right on top of him here with the Urn. Cold Snap. It's a guaranteed kill. Some charges back into Quinn's pocket.
First on the side of Falcons, even the Earthshaker, you have Shadow Demon to give you a cleanse later and to reflect some of that poison damage, but that's about it. The rest of your interactions are not great, and GAIMIN know it, so while Ace is taking over bottom, they're continuing to up the pressure on mid.
Knowing, I guess, that Amar is up here, they just saw 4 heroes, and he's hunting for the one, and he will be able to catch him. He's going to slow him down enough that Duracio's going to catch up to hit the Reality Rift, pull him back into his doom.
You just don't have the catch for him.
Oh, they need this smoke to work, and they are going to be able to get it. They have the Sentry in place to be able to spot Quinn, so they get the toss over to get the stuns on him, but the fight still may not be good. Quinn is so tanky, and Ace is getting some serious damage out on the Skeeter. The damage is going to spread to the Shadow Demon, which Duracio easily cleans up. Yeah, they got their mark in Quinn, but is it worth it if you're going to trade out 4 potentially? Maureen's going to be slowed down to a point. I don't think he's escaping out of this, and you can see that Chen is still chasing after the extra kill as well. Maureen. Oh, what? What was that? Kill steal. Unbelievable. The neutral creep just jacks the big kill away from GAIMIN Gladiators. They will get that 4th death, though, out of Falcons. They don't get 4 kills, but they do get 4 deaths.
That was a team fight. You got the catch on the Invoker with the detection, with the toss in on the Tiny, with the Earthshaker. That's a difficult find.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a dream setup. Again, the Monkey King able to be in a position to capitalize off of both the Invoker and the Venomancer. Now he's set up on Maureen, and Maureen is not getting away from this gank train. Pushed back in deeper with the Hurricane by Celery to keep him inside the Wukong's command. Not that it's needed, but it's nice little
game back for Falcons. If there's a comeback point, it's got to be this gyro.
And Amar, who's the one person who has been trying to take some space at this top lane, gets ganked a 2nd time up here in the end. Are we looking at a similar scenario here? Are Falcons capable of being able to come back against this kind of deficit? Is they're going to lose their carry again? But this high ground ward setup, they realize they're spotted. They're still gonna try and go for it. Another opportunity, get the toss back onto Ace this time around, and now they get the blow up on it. He gets some damage out. The Wukong's command does go through and hits a nice 3-man stun, killing Maureen, getting the damage onto Snaking, and now with Dyrachyo coming in through the backside, looks like both supports' lives are forfeit with no chance at that Echo Slam. Everybody on the retreat now. Skeeter and Amar trying to make a break for it. Skeeter notes he's caught. They're going to try and buy back and play for this one. Skeeter, he's fighting for his life. Amar is trying to double down on this one by taking the damage away from Dyrachyo. He gives enough space with the buyback from the Earthshaker, even though he doesn't have blinks.
Ace is just gigantic.
Yeah, what do you do as a Chen if you've got an offlaner that's already got all of the
Another
aura?
nice toss. I mean, this is exactly what you have to do in this game. Keep playing around the tiny tosses, pull heroes out of the game and ball, slow this game down, BM off the Kobold. You would hate to die right now.
And well, he may hate it, but it's going to happen either way.
It's a very sad death.
Where do you keep going around?
Assault Kuros? Crimson Guard? I don't know. Whatever you want, right?
The Chen is, well, like, you can keep growing, but like relative strength, you are so damn big, and it's time to potentially end the game right here, like true Gaming Gladiators style. But Falcons got a really good setup. You've got to beware of the repositioning power of the Tiny when you go for this high ground. And on second life, is Dyrachyo going to be able strong enough to fight under tier 4s, or can he get out? A deafening blast to try and push away the gyrocopter does do create some space, but Maureen gets his hands onto the Chaos Knight, tossing him back once again. Dyrachyo's going to get burned out. They've lost that hero. Now Gaming Gladiators, maybe just like Falcons in their experience, trying to go early high ground. Would it be too on the nose to say that Gaming Gladiators, wait, got the toss over the Fisher line too. So Celery's dead, instant echo just to try and clear out this kill, get it quickly and see if they can get out. Disruption. Brit's gonna come back in kind of an awkward position. Dyrachyo goes having his damage drained by Amar. This is not good for Gaming Gladiators whatsoever, and Maureen keeps on getting these tosses. They're gonna lose their carry again. Now, Radabatos underneath Wukong's command. Amar might die, but he's happy with the exchange, man. He got the kill on the enemy carry. Maureen tossed his carry in. Is this a position that Skeeter actually wants to be in? Tofu still trying to fight it out underneath the Wukong's command, but it's a support Wukong's command. It can only do so much.
You have Invoker scouting on the front line. This could be an instant jump.
They're going to instantly jump him. Crit. Great reactions there. Smoke breaks. They know he's just around the corner. Instant Blink Echo Slam.
If you can get down here as Gaimin and set up some Plague Ward, set up some vision before Falcons react, you're really happy, but they are already making the move.
Go through the gate. Without a +1 here, can Gaming Gladiators with the pre-setup still be able to win this one? Dyrachyo's taking out the Shadow Demon. Tofu inside Wukong's man is going to die. Ace and Quinn. Quinn with his BKB pushing forward, seeing if they can chase down Skeeter, and they've got him blocked in. He goes for a TP, it's not gonna make it. Falcons, just a very bold move to try and go through the gate like that. Gaming Gladiators were very set up for a daytime Roshan, like you said. They're the ones who did it daytime. They probably figure, all right, it's probably gonna be daytime. They played to that side of the map.
Terrifying force in those 50, 60-minute fights if it goes through it.
Maureen, pretty far out here. And he's got BKB TP, but it is nowhere close enough against the Phantasm damage, man. Maureen up now. Will Gaming Gladiators trying to finish off that building?
Tofu, he has BKB.
Oh, Tofu has a great position, and 3 heroes done. Dyrachyo goes straight in for the Shadow Demon, trying to catch him. Not quite good enough. Pops the Phantasm, goes for Maureen. Got a toss on the real one. Into the fountain he goes. Dyrachyo almost burned out. Finally does lose his first life, and somehow Falcons haven't lost anybody off of this one. A Fisher set up, a second life, and he tosses. Maureen doesn't get an opportunity to get in there. Didn't have his blink back up, and Quinn covers them with the tornadoes. So Gaming Gladiators not heavily punished until the toss happens. This time on the Invoker, got him underneath the tier 3 with the chain stuns going out. Quinn is dead. Dyrachyo comes back in to try and deal with the Tiny, but they don't have the extra illusions anymore. Much of their damage is gone.
Less effective. Haste Rune for Maureen, also very strong here to bypass the slows. This is a dangerous go. Yeah, Maureen was set up for it the entire time, waiting for somebody to show, and it's the perfect person. Dyrachyo tossed back into the link. So all of his damage is being drained away. It's going to be good enough for them, though. Amar gets burned down without being able to kill Dyrachyo. They can't quite do it. Maureen took so much damage in that AoE that they just get blasted. The Sunstrike, oh, snaking. want to jump this CK anymore. He's just going to walk in. Yeah, they
yep,
don't want to jump him.
They don't want to jump
mean,
him, but Skater spotted. They're going to have to take the fight
they want
into the
Invoker.
Chaos Knight. Maureen's going to come in for bind. Managed to get the toss back onto the Invoker. They still get an initiation that might work for them. Wukong's command is in a great position, though, and Tofu is leading into the Amar Razor, and he just can't stand up to it, man. Dyrachyo now dealing with Skeeter. He doesn't have an out here. The Fishers get thrown down, but just the Bloodthorn's going to burn him out, no problem. Maureen spotted for a second, blinks away, TP's out, Sunstrike spotted. He'll die to the creeps. Not even hero damage needed for that one. 3 dead with a high ground push incoming from GAIMIN Gladiators. That should be it for game 1, as GAIMIN Gladiators, they still got it, man. They still got the strategy that works for you in 2023. You said it's harder to work in 2024, but no less viable.
They're forced the last buybacks out here. I mean, ATF committed everything to bring this Monkey King down, and the Monkey King ended up trading with him, dealing almost as much damage back. Really just got outscaled here off that strong early game from GAIMIN. Took over so much of the map early. Every Roshan in this game, every barracks in this game. And we finally saw an Echo Slam in that fight. I think it did negative damage.
Yeah, it did not help.
And this is the siege that I think they could have done earlier if they really wanted to, right? Just let all the muck go up front end.
The gunk, and then when somebody steps forward, jump that guy. That's exactly what Dyrachyo does. Maureen put in a nasty spot, and they will finally call the GG on the side of Falcons. The most successful team so far this season, 0-3 in groups, and Quinn popping off. Oh, that man came into this series with something to say. Relax.
So you relax. Storm into Tiny, though? I feel like Tiny was like an old counter to Storm and just even better now.
I guess, like, the Pango in theory is nice, but
there are still ways to be able to play Dark Willow, and maybe those ways are utilizing the other facet and just getting in there with maybe a Blink Dagger.
Is Dyrachyo already going to die?
Dyrachyo is on the run, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's going to gate.
He's going to.
What is happening?
I don't know.
It's about to rebut your facet this
Oh, the entire team is up the high ground. They have jumped onto Skeeter, and it looks like GAIMIN Gladiators are going to be gifted with a first blood once again. Dyrachyo outmaneuvers. First blood will obviously sway things even further into the camp of the Pango. Celery, he's going to get bashed up here, and it looks like Amar and Crit will be able to get the kill. Dyrachyo could still battle it out. Both these heroes are pretty low, but maybe he can't take the 1v2 players. One of the better offlaners in this tournament take advantage of advantageous offlane versus carry matchups. It's kind of what he's known for. Snaking gonna get run down at the top lane. So both side lanes trading out their supports at this point. And everybody keeps on going this Liquid Frost. So not fully focused on the attack speed slow Skeeter. Ace wants to be able to commit for that kill, but it's dangerous against the Gyrocopter with all that extra movement speed and damage that he gets with the heals coming out from the IO. That healing salve left up the entire time allows Skeeter to stay alive. Well played by Snaking Skeeter.
Ace has really struggled. I mean, we saw it the earlier trade, but he just can't stand the firepower and the extra regen.
Missing out. Can't hit the cookie stun. The Rolling Thunder is coming a long ways away.
Invisible ball.
He will eventually catch up here to slow down some of these heroes, and Falcons have given up this. They are not going to try and TP rotate despite the,
rotate into this Pango where your heroes just don't fight him that well. You'd love to have an amp here. It's not online yet, as they're going to try and chase him down.
It might run out of damage. Meanwhile, he's doing a little loop-de-loop around his tower. A blood grenade ticking down on Dyrachyo, but he's okay. Had enough stick charges, baited in the 2 offlaners from Falcons into his support rotation of Tofu and Celery. They come in, clean up both of them.
They're half HP for Dyrachyo.
Oh, it's going to be perfect. They run right into him, not even requiring much past Skeeter and Snaking. Just the hit from Maureen was going to be enough, but you're right.
super good sequence for them. Just read that play
If they don't
beautifully.
get caught by this play.
You don't get caught.
Dyrachyo looks to slow him down. The Rolling Thunder behind it, Snaking going for the relocate out, and he'll get there.
Oh, he almost got bumped out of that.
He was close.
Watch the range there.
Now, Skeeter is going to TP out to the tower. They're going to see if they can get the tether to get him away, but he's going to come back into an ice path.
He's
Probably
gone.
be bursted. As Swashbuckle, yeah, easily lets him punch back up.
Hey, mid-tower.
100 HP off of the Treads build.
I mean, that is the Dark Willow change. You have old
That's
Bedlam.
true.
He's absolutely gone.
Big pickup on Amar, though. A lot expended for it, but Macropyre and Mortimer Kisses, but it's their MO all the time. And you're fighting into the mid-Pango, who is strongest right in this period of time.
Oh, you cannot let him get away here.
Trying to go up for a pickoff. Now they're not going to let him get away. They do manage to finally catch and corral him.
Trying to get this Slardar blink up. Would help their playmaking a lot. As the mech arrives, but the vessel can't heal through it here.
Absolutely fearless. They know how powerful this Pangolier is. Diving into tier 2s like it's no thing, and Mortimer's Kiss is on top of it. Will deliver the damage to finish off the Gyrocopter, and now go in for more of an advantage. Another Swashbuckle hit on Malrine, bringing him quite low. Ace goes in a bit deep, though,
Yes,
and Amar's going to go for the punish. The shot's coming in onto the crit Dark Willow. He'll die. Ace managed to get off his ultimate, so Amar couldn't finish off that kill. Again, Amar struggling to find his place in these fights that are happening.
Also, just got to keep looking for these tossbacks. I mean, that feels like the only thing that's been working for him this series.
Oh, hit him on the relocate in. Quinn stopping a bit of the initiation, and now they just have to push to one side here. They're going to go for, Crit's already dead. Amar is forced to blink backwards here. Falcons, in an attempt of a sandwich, find themselves that one wing or the other is not strong enough to collapse onto GAIMIN Gladiators. GAIMIN Gladiators and their team fights just seems to be overwhelming at this point in time. Falcons have no chance in taking it.
Time on the side of Falcons.
If they can get here in time, and they're close.
Very,
They're
very
almost
close.
there in
You
time.
have to
Barter
go.
just win. He might be able to intercept it, but no, the agent's picked up in time, and the Rolling Thunder goes off. Now, they've already killed the big team fighter in the Brewmaster, but they are also fighting into a Rolling Thunder, so they have to be cautious, and
Nice
that
exit.
caution results in everybody else from GAIMIN Gladiators being able to TP out. Where is Dyrachyo?
He's not getting tossed this time.
Don't let him get tossed. Instead, it's going to be Ace. Is Ace tanky enough to survive? With the Bedlam, they don't have the stuns. He easily gets off his ultimate, and it's Malrine's life who was sacrificed. GAIMIN Gladiators, they took that game one, that little bit of a speed bump, they learned from it. They got better at executing their strategy. Quinn might lose his Aegis, though, diving into tier 4s like that. Not quite. The heals come through, and he's okay. Rolling Thunder was used. Dyrachyo's looking to clean up these buildings. A buyback from Malrine. GAIMIN Gladiators. They're going to get caught here. Amar goes in, trying to stop the kisses. Malrine teeping into a nasty situation. They need to save the Terrorize, but it's not good enough. Dyrachyo got off his BKB and got a dieback claim onto Malrine.
Lane gone, and do they even have to stop here? Yeah, you're missing the Brew ult. Yeah, you're missing your Brood BKB, but no Tiny for 60.
A crush on 3. Damage behind it from the flat cannon is enough to kill the Jakiro, but can they finish off the rest of the cores? Ace trying to back away. Bango still fighting it out. Looks like this is actually turning around, man. That damage from the flat cannon shots, and now Quinn's gonna come back in trying to swashbuckle away, but Yule's into a blink stun soon from Amar. Will set up Skeeter to clean up more. A triple kill. GAIMIN Gladiators completely overextending and staying in the enemy base for far too long. I guess it's all up to the initiation, which they find onto Malrine. Malrine forced to use BKB. Terrorize does manage to stop Tofu on the side there. Crit tries to push forward and go for that kill on the support. It looks like they might be able to do so while Malrine's still trying to get away from Dyrachyo. Good Glimmer Cape to be able to save him. Meanwhile, Celery, he's going to burn out inside of his own Macro Pyre. So does Crit under the Mortimer's Kisses. Now Ace, right in the middle of all this one. Skeeter's actually quite low. He doesn't have the Satanic. The Daedalus, the focus on damage may prove to be fatal as he has no recovery here. And the chip damage away from Dyrachyo. Snaking needs to bail him out. And Snaking might have just done that. He saved Malrine. Now we get Skeeter out of there, both of them with a Glimmer Cape. Skeeter tries to heal up a little bit, but hitting those neutrals was not the choice. They had to be able to get out of sight of GAIMIN Gladiators. The chase extends, another Glimmer Cape. Where's the detection? Where's the AoE damage? They're missing all their AoE spells, but he'll finally tick out from the urn. Snaking now tries to get himself out of there with a tether, but he's going to be left behind as Amar blinks back.
Have to play as a unit here. 3 BKBs are up now for the
Quick
side of
going back
Falcons.
for a power room, but they intercept him. Can they blow him up in time? Half HP with the relocate coming in from Skeeter. They've got the big kill onto the Bandolier. Duracio's on top of Snaking, but look at the damage out from this gyrocopter. This time around it's looking okay, but Duracio's outright stealing the damage as they manage to get the stuns with the BKB worn thin. It means Skeeter is susceptible to all the disables that GAIMIN Gladiators have to bring to bear, and they will bring more to chase down Amar. As Amar pops his BKB, makes a run for the river, a crush TP out, the damage, it's not good enough.
Yeah. Crimson now up for ace as well, so
yeah, let's go time. His Crimson and plate mail on the Pango.
Are they bursting?
Adds a lot of tankiness. Is he gonna get off? No. Couldn't get off the ultimate, and he does get bursted down. Now they'll take some supports for it. It looks like maybe just Creative Snaking was able to get a Force Staff and Glimmer Cape out of it.
For another toss.
Trying to go for it. Oh, Force Staff got him away. Maureen has to pop his BKB in defense. He almost got the +1 there.
Absolutely huge if he could have gotten anybody off that. That seems a little too ambitious here.
Yeah, I would imagine so. They may have a bit of a poke. Duraccio himself actually goes for it and gets tossed back. Now, Amanta is going to be able to allow him to disjoint some of this. Maybe he's going to go for it. A pull back in, get a Force Staff, pull him away, and as he groups up the heroes perfectly for a crush and a terrorize, they've got the control. They're clumped up like this perfectly for Falcons and take full advantage. An Ice Path a little bit off the mark as Amar is able to slip it away to the side with no Pango. Duraccio now is to retreat, but you know that's when Maureen is looking to strike with the Brambles hitting on multiple heroes. He's thinking about it, but he leaves them be, to which those attacks are worth their weight in gold when you have this minus armor.
Or you cannot give a good toss target.
Smoke's gonna break. They got the toss back onto Ace. Once again, they try and burst down the Brewmaster. This time around, can they do it? They've got him. Without that, they drain out Amar though. Offlaner for offlaner. What happened? Skater just dies without getting off much of anything there. Gets blown up, hit by a rolling thunder, chain stun down. Duraccio did full damage. What? Was that a too early BKB pop? I mean, what happened?
The Brood just ate him alive, man. He dealt like almost 2,000 damage in a second within 4 quick hits. He had that shard powering up. He has almost 600 damage when that thing's fully loaded.
Oh yeah, it's intense. You're gonna see him put that damage straight into Maureen. It's like the Tiny doesn't even have bonus armor. Incapacitating bite wears out for Amar's benefit. He Force Staffs back in to hit a crush. Skeeter trying to take advantage of this one while the incapacitating bite is on cooldown. They do manage to kill Duraccio. Once again, GAIMIN Gladiators feeling like they're so strong they could just jam it.
You didn't see him?
Oh, he's hidden away in the trees. Oh, Amar. That would have been such a great cherry on top off of a successful defense done. Skeeter,
gotta keep him alive.
Can he frontline for it now? Can he create a better opening for Falcons to be able to play with?
See the Brood.
They do manage to jump the Brood Mother.
That's an early
BKB out of him. Now Duraccio has to commit. He just needs to be able to go for the kill on Amar, but it's giving Skeeter an open line in the back line as he's just getting out full flat cannon shots. Maureen went through BKB TP out though, and it's leaving Skeeter entirely alone as he gets tossed up in the air. Snaking has to tether away to the side. What about the help for Skeeter? Maureen comes back in off his TP away, gets a toss forward, not quite good enough. Skeeter with his BKB is killed the gyrocopter. Look at the tree, got him. The tree finishes him off, and the flat cannon shots will demolish the rest. Falcons kited out beautifully. Skeeter will now clean up the rest of GAIMIN Gladiators, no problem. Once the Brood is gone, the gyrocopter is the king of the fight.
What a team fight, honestly. The kiting there was absolutely perfect. Reload for Roche.
Relocate straight to Roshan. Amar
very efficient.
Checked out the pit, and they'll do it very, very quickly.
They're in contest this.
AC for Amar. Contest, kisses coming in.
Gotta grab everything, get out.
See if they can get everything and still manage to keep it away. Jump forward from Celery, throwing out the Ice Path, hoping he can stop, but he hears Skeeter's gonna be left behind. But BKB, Satanic to try and keep him up if he could live long enough, especially with a second life.
There's a
but he's gonna
basher.
get bashed up. So the second life, can anybody in Falcons get here to be able to bail him out?
They're not close.
Oh no. He tried to do too much and left this one. He jumps in from Amar. Peter's actually full up off of the Satanic, but can he keep this going? Darachu turns back in, quickly kills the IO. Now turns back in with the Suns coming in. A big avalanche hit. A Terrorize on top of that one. Darachu, can he get bailed out of this one? Keelan, he's trying to keep the stuns. He's getting them close, and Skater finally does go down. Ace got off the ultimate, and now the team fights all over. The Gyrocopter is dead, and Falcons, they'll try and just go for whatever kills they can before they fall, but that is a Gyrocopter dead for 2 minutes. A Slardar dead for 2 minutes, and a GG called out from Falcons. Just when you thought they might be able to turn around the game, it all gets thrown away in a bad Roche fight.
What a crazy sequence there, but absolutely the right call to contest from GAIMIN, as they had massive buyback advantage on that fight regardless near a Radiant outpost. So they had a lot more reinforcements to bring in there. That refresher shard from the third Roche almost bailed Skeeter out of that fight with a second BKB, second Satanic, who was trying to slot all of it in.